In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to move everything in your shot to somewhere else in the level in Unreal Engine. Hey, welcome to Realtime Workflows. I'm MX Bell. I worked on Deadpool and Wolverine, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, 1917, Hobbs and Shaw, Wheel of Time, Little Mermaid, No Time to Die, tons more. What you're going to get in the channel are my pro tips and how I use Unreal Engine to make films. So let's get started. Let's make some stuff. See you down the road. Welcome back to Realtime Workflows. This happens a lot, right? Your director or your supervisor or whatever will go, that's great, we've changed the set design, now we need to move we want the shot, we love the shot, but the shot needs to move somewhere else, right? And now you've keyframed the fucking thing in the level that you've got, and if you change the shot, if you just rebuild it somewhere else, you're gonna get asked like, why is the shot changed? What we need to do is move the whole fucking lot without actually changing the shot. And what's in the shot that's usually of importance is the character and the camera and the relationship between the two. So let's cover how to do it, because it ain't fucking simple in Unreal Engine, and this is the best way I figured out how to do it. So I've got this shot here, which is this shot of the soldier moving through this trench, checking it for baddies, whatever he's doing, and let's say we need to move it to a different part of the trench. Here he is. Now let's say, so he's just turned this corner. Let's say our task is that we've said we're going to shoot this here, but actually the trench is quite tight. What would it look like if we shot it over here, where there's a bit more room? Let's say, what would it look like if he was coming around this corner here, where we get a little bit more room that we can shoot in? Let's figure out how to do it. I made a video months ago called Always Be Attaching. I think that was on the thumbnail. And it's about creating these hierarchies where it allows you to do this. Now, because I'm a fucking idiot, and possibly you might be as well, we just get excited and we start making the fucking shot, and then suddenly, oh shit, I need to move it all. And I didn't set up my hierarchy structure, which would make this nice and easy. So because you didn't do it in the first place, now it becomes a bit more complicated. But, you know, I don't follow my own fucking advice, so you're probably not following it either, and you've ended up in this situation. Well, I've ended up in this situation now anyway, so let's figure it out. What's in this level is a character, a prop, and a camera. The prop is attached already to our character, so we don't need to worry about that. What we need to do is create an object that we can move, that we can attach the character and the camera to, and then move it. So the way I always do this is with a actor. We call it actor, and I'm going to call it master mover. Now the master mover, we want that to be somewhere we can fucking control it, right? We could, if we wanted to, it could be this simple. We can just attach now our character, let's say, so we go attach to master mover. Let's make sure our attachment is good for the whole shot. I can do the same thing with my camera, attach to master mover, and then if I go to, so now the shot still works exactly as it did, and if I go to my master mover, I can actually move the whole shot, right? That's exactly what we want to do. The problem is that the master mover is over there at the origin. That's the fucking problem. And if I were to delete these attachments, delete those, really where I want my master mover is to be kind of here, right? I want it to be kind of on the ground between the character and the camera. So I want it to be about there. Now the problem is that if I now add my, let's say attach the camera to our master mover, look, the camera's fucked off. Why is the camera fucked off? The camera's fucked off because it's added the transforms of my master mover to the transforms on the camera. They've been added together. And the reason it worked before was because my master mover was at 0. It had no transforms, right? So, hence the problem. What we need to do is attach the camera to the master mover without it inheriting the offsets. And this is pretty simple actually when you think about it. What we need to do is we're going to add another mover. We're going to keep that at the origin. This is the one that we're going to so we're going to call this local mover. Let's call it local mover. Fuck it. what we're gonna call it, origin mover. I normally don't. Look, the reason I'm fucking trying to figure out what I'm calling it is I don't normally call it anything because I'm just really messy. So it's just called fucking actor. But obviously I'm making a video and trying to teach fucking good techniques. So it's called origin mover. This one lives at the origin, and we're gonna attach. This is the one that we attach our stuff to. So we're gonna attach our character. Let's go back to the start. We're gonna attach our character to origin mover, and we're gonna attach our camera to origin mover. And now we're gonna attach our origin mover to the master mover, and we're gonna change one thing about how we do it. So we're gonna preserve current, right? And then we're gonna attach this to the master mover. You see, look, it's added keyframes to the transform. So the reason we can't do this with our camera is it's gonna add a load of fucking keyframes and shit that we don't want to our camera, and it's gonna fuck everything up. But we don't want that. I'm swearing a lot today. I hope no one minds. I hope YouTube don't mind. I don't think YouTube minds. I swear a lot, so it's what you get. Now it's fucking auto saving. All right, we're back finally. So now we've attached our origin mover to our master mover. Everything still works, and we've now got a master mover here, and we can move it. There's a little bit of a trail because there's two attachments, but everything catches up with itself. And now we can move it wherever we want. So let's do what we said we were going to do, and we're going to move it over to our fire trench and see what it looks like there. So what does our shot look like when we move it to the fire trench? Let's find out. There he is. No, he's too high. There we go. There he is, and spinning round. Let's get him on there. He's a bit low there. So here's the shot when he's in the fire trench. Nice and easy. So that is how you attach everything to a mover. In Maya, I used to use a locator, which is basically the same thing. It's like a null object. In Software Magic, it used to be called a null. What's it called in 3D Studio Max? Can't remember what it's called in 3D Studio Max. In Maya, it's a locator. And so I would always call it, when I used to do this in Maya, I would call it the relocator. But then I don't know, I've abandoned the term relocator because it's not called a locator in here. I don't know if that's of any interest to anybody, but there you go. Right, see you on the next one.